Good morning. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP, some market cap data, as well as the Sigma coin. All right, so we've been grinding through this range ever since the capitulation lows on November 4th, and we've had a lot of chop, just kind of rinsing both sides of the trade as we move through this price action. And now, as we've moved forward, we've been looking for a corrective move kind of off this setup here, and we've actually had our first kind of setup. So yesterday we were thinking we were going to do a flat overall structure to go down and close this gap here because we know that this needs to happen at some point. But now what was going to be viewed as an ABC down and then a completion ended up setting a lower low. So this ABC down now has become, from part of the more minor degree, a larger 5-wave move to the downside. And now we're looking for a larger zigzag structure that's going to be the ABC that's going to go like this of some kind. So possibly even a 5-wave move down, depending on where we're going to look for our count real quick here. So regardless, it's an impulsive down move, right, with the 5 waves. So the only thing that we can expect at this point is a corrective move off these lows. And we are stuck, as you've noticed, below this negative 1 deviation level here. We keep finding resistance. We broke below, got to it, resisted, got a little bit above, back tested, trying again. So the expectation is that this will be an equal move where we will only just basically kind of retrace here. And the idea being is that we will probably not exceed 231.15. And in this scenario, then that will ultimately result in a rollover for either another C leg after the A, B, C, or we have a bigger structure happening where we're actually going to be doing a full sweep of the lows and getting down to the negative 3 deviations one more time for a lower low at the $2 range. So with this, here's the market cap chart because I think it gives us a little bit clearer picture. So with all that chop, we've been looking for the completion of our 5-wave move to the downside. So zooming out a smidge, we've got ourselves the larger flat here, right? So the flat ultimately, let's go one more step out. Okay, here we go. So the flat ultimately resulted in a 1, 2, let's see, yeah, there you go. And then you got a 3, 4, and now we're going for our final 5th wave move of the primary degree, and we're looking for the larger internal structure of this to play. Well, this is very obviously now an ABC up, and we've now digested a lot of this move to the downside, which would be 5 waves. And you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we were thinking that we maybe front ran it with this kind of like 5th wave down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we would normally expect a wave 4 to have an ABC structure of some kind. In this case, it was a kind of a flat structure. So I'm expecting personally one more rollover to complete the final 5th wave move, and these 5 waves are leading to that view. For when we zoom in on the 5 waves, we see that we have a very clear non-crossing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move to the downside, A, B, and this will be our C. So we'll end up having an ABC leg moving up. And we then go and move into a next move to the downside where we then complete another 5-wave move with another ABC and then one more sweep of the lows. And then we can get out of here. So that's where I'm basically thinking at this point, just mainly because when we look at the structure of this 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, and then it's like, where's our 5th, right? 4 would take us up here for an ABC, and then the 5th would come into play. So yes, that's basically why this has been so choppy for the last few days, is we're still in a corrective structure, anticipating now, in my view, a ABC to the downside. And this ABC will then sweep one more low with 5 waves, another 4 and a 5 for this larger mid-range. Oh, let's grab the right one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally lower 5th that will come all the way down and clear that level. So this will probably be the last one that we have to deal with, and then we can finally move our way out of this region and get ourselves moving to the upside. So hopefully it won't take too long. Realistically, it looks like it's going to be sometime next week, just kind of get this in here, capitulate, Monday-ish. Well, at this level, we're probably going to be done by the 12th, which would just be a few days away. So, all right, so that's basically the move at this point, just based off of the symmetry of this count. It just looks like it needs one more rollover to finish the 5-wave to the downside, and that's what we're ultimately going to be aiming for here as we move through this price action. So, and then the Sigma coin's doing actually really well so far. So we've had this large wedge that we've been fighting against here on the daily. So if we go to the daily move, we can see that the wedge has been kind of almost, it's nothing specific, but we just kind of see that we've passed through these two prices here, and we then fell below the range, came back into it, below it, and now we're retesting it for support. So this is a really good sign that this is curving out, and we do have so far our confirmed higher low that has been placed in here off of everything else. So you can see that in this region we ended up setting an equal to or higher low, but higher than this ultimately, and then this was a trend change flip for this being the higher high. So I think Sigma is going to perform really well here pretty soon, and we're just waiting for that price action to kind of play out. And so so at this point it's basically just kind of a wait and see game for Sigma while we wait for XRP to finish its most likely 5th wave to the downside, with all of this chop playing in here, stuck underneath the -1 deviation, which will ultimately, I believe, be a final back test down into this 201, 202 region, setting a new one more low, and then we can finally be done. So, all right, thanks guys. We'll check in tomorrow.